Welcome back, Constant Reader. Chapter 3 of Salem's Lot takes us through a series of vignettes, giving the reader a glimpse of small-town life that seems typical, but is far from it. Let's meet some of the townsfolk, shall we? And, if you haven't yet read Stephen King's novel, try to guess who lives and who dies. Salem's Lot, 4 a.m. Two brothers, Hal Griffin and Jack Griffin, ages 18 and 14, wake up and milk their father's dairy cows. 4:30 a.m. 61-year-old milkman Irwin Purinton delivers goods to the Norton household. 2 quarts of milk, a dozen eggs, orange juice, and a special request for sour cream. 5:15 a.m. Irwin Purinton arrives at the boarding house owned by Ava Miller, who requests an extra quart of milk and a gallon of lemonade. 5:45. Ava Miller finishes her second cup of coffee as the Kilby boy delivers the local newspaper, the Press Herald. 6:05 a.m. Sandy McDougal, the 17-year-old mother of baby Randy, awakens to hear the child's cries and, in a sudden rage, punches the 10-month-old in the face twice. 27-year-old Mike Ryerson, the groundskeeper of all 3 graveyards in Salem's Lot, drives his pickup truck up the steep incline of Burns Road. He arrives at the gates of the Harmony Hill Cemetery, where he discovers a dead dog impaled on the wrought iron fence. The dog's name was Doc, and the beloved pet of milkman Irwin Purinton. 9 a.m. Slightly hungover 67-year-old Edward Craig, known to most in town as Weasel, eats oatmeal for breakfast. 9:15 a.m. Weasel does chores for his landlady and former lover, Ava Miller. As he polishes the banister, he hears a typewriter at work. Ben Mears, a celebrated novelist, is drafting his next book. 10 a.m. During recess at Stanley Street Elementary, 11-year-old bully Richie Bowden charges the seemingly mild-mannered Mark Petrie. The bully is surprised when he is bested in the fight, and he is forced to identify himself as a big, ugly turd. 11:15 a.m. Dump custodian Dud Rogers starts a controlled burn, then begins shooting rats with his .22 target pistol. 12 noon. Lawrence Crockett locks up his insurance and real estate office before taking his 1-hour lunch break. He notices a car parked up the hill in the driveway of the town's infamous Marston House. 1 p.m. Susan Norton steps into Bab's Beauty Boutique in preparation for this evening's big date. 3:02 p.m. 22-year-old Corey Bryant nervously enters the home of Mrs. Bonnie Sawyer. She is waiting for him in bed. Her husband is in Buxton working as a mechanic, which gives the two of them plenty of time to have an affair. 6 p.m. Susan and her parents, Bill and Ann Norton, welcome Ben Mears for dinner. Festivities include hot dogs, beer, and badminton. 7:30 p.m. 12-year-old Danny Glick and his 9-year-old brother Ralphie leave their home to visit Danny's friend from school, Mark Petrie. They are hoping to see their friend's collection of monster action figures. As they travel through a path in the darkening woods, the Glick brothers feel as if something is watching them. Ralphie thinks he sees a ghost, and then suddenly, both boys are enveloped by darkness. And that, Constant Reader, is a day in the life in the town known as Salem's Lot. If you are new to this book, we've just given away the events of Chapter 3, but there are plenty more secrets left to learn. We would love to know your predictions as to which characters will live and which characters will perish by the end of the novel. And if you've already read Stephen King's novel Salem's Lot, leave a comment and tell us about your favorite character. And as always, Constant Reader, please like and subscribe.